We haven't started yet, but I want to let everyone know we have moved the audience time to the front. Typically it was in the back, so you might have an extra amount of time to sign up. So the audience time is now at the front of the agenda. We're going to start that this evening, so if you have not signed up, we suggest that you do that now. Okay? All right. With that being said, the time has come and passed for our council meeting, and to start us off, we're going to go with invocation by Pastor Jesus Javana. Please, sir. Stop. I'm sorry. I had to do roll call. I'm getting ahead of myself. Roll call, please.
Alderman Seeger.
Present.
Alderman Mozio. Here. Alderman Villalobos.
Present.
Alderman Newsome.
Present.
Alderman Tempest.
Present.
Alderman May. Alderman Valco. Present. Alderman Taylor. Present. Mayor Cunningham.
Present. Sir, thank you. Please give the name of your church for our records.
Christian Fellowship Flock of Waukegan. Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before your presence and we thank you for this beautiful evening. And we come together, Lord, as in scriptures, Father God, you have commended the citizens of our city to obey our governing authorities, since you have established those authorities to promote peace and justice. Therefore, Father, we pray for our mayor, our aldermen, and our elected officials who are here tonight, and particularly those who are here to voice their concerns about what's going on in our city. We pray for wisdom to govern in the middle of conflict and in the middle of interest and in the middle of the issues that we need to resolve. We pray for a sense of welfare and truth for our people. And we pray, Lord, for a sense of justice and righteousness. We pray, Father God, that you give us the confidence to do what is good and fulfilling in your eyes, and the ability, Lord, to work together in harmony, even in the middle of disagreements. And we pray for peace that surpasses all understanding. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we have audience time. I need a list.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave. Bill Braithwaite. Bill Braithwaite. Bill Graft. Jose Guzman.
Hello.
3 minutes.
My name is Jose Guzman. I own Dockside Dogs. I've owned it since 2012. I've been working there since a very young age, 9 years old. First job I've ever had. So I'm very proud to be the owner after the gentleman retired. Since I've owned it, 2012, 2013, I started applying for a liquor license because I totally believe that even though our customers, the residents of the city of Waukegan, Lake County, Wisconsin, and from around the world that come visit Waukegan Harbor have asked me for some kind of either liquor or beer to go along with my burrata or my hot dog. Unfortunately, for the last 5 years, I've been turned down. Turned down completely, even though I've come every single year and tried over and over and over. I'm a resident of Waukegan. I live throughout most of the wards. Right now I lived in Ward 2 with Pat Seeger. My alderman for Dockside Dogs is Mr. Villalobos. I've lived in Ann Taylor, Lisa Mays, Tempest, Mozio's ward. Clayton. He's got 3 minutes. Clayton? Yes. Like I said, I've been trying, have no success. So as of today, the new administration with Mayor Cunningham and Janet have brought up some concerns about the liquor license. So that's a work in progress, but my concern is here. I got about a month more and my season's halfway over. I understand you guys have a reserve of 4 in the Class C liquor license with, let's see, you have Academy Square for reserve, Urban Edge, Walking Whiskey, which none in the foreseeable future are being used to this point. So what I'm asking this board right now, Alderman, Mayor, is to pass one of them on to me for the unfair and injustice and that I have been for the last 5 years. And Dockside used to have a liquor license and no longer does. My proposal is to basically have a couple different kinds of beers and a margarita slushie and a Mai Tai slushie. That is it. I'm not looking for a bar area or anything like that. I just want a family fun orientation, have a brat beer for the gentlemen, and slushies for the women when it's warm, and have a good time. And that's all I've done. I've expanded it and over and over. I
Thank
know my
you.
3 minutes are up. Thank you.
Thank you. Elandra?
Hello, my name is Rolando Glen, and I wanted to talk about the tours because I have had a bad experience with records. Tell you my story. I was coming home from work, getting off. My license had expired, and I always knew you got 30 days before, but they towed my car anyway. And as they towed my car, I remembered I had my paycheck in my glove compartment. So I followed up there, went to get my money out my glove compartment, and I was treated very badly, cursed at, made to feel less than a human, and they wouldn't give me my money nor my Bible out of the car. And the question I have to our mayor, Sam Cunningham, what is the justification for taking something that we can relate to instead of something that was gonna be derogatory toward us? That is my question.
Are you looking for an answer, ma'am?
Yes.
No, we don't. We have made a decision not to respond to questions to you or to anyone at the podium. So, and I want to make sure that is where we're at, right? We do not answer back to those kind of to questions at the podium. But they are being recorded, and we can have our attorney take a look at the question. We go from there. But thank you.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
And of course, I know you. It's nice seeing you again, ain't it?
You too, sir.
Gerardo Gordillo?
Hello, hope you're all doing well. This is my first time ever coming to this thing, and I see a lot of lovely faces that I'd really like to meet someday, talk to you more. But my name is Gerardo Gordillo. I'm a resident of the 2nd Ward. I am here to invite Alderman Seeger to an upcoming event, and that event is for the Future Energy Jobs Act Town Hall on Saturday, June 17th on North Shore Church of Christ, 326 Julian Street, from 10:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. This event is co-hosted by State Representative Rita Mayfield and Clean Power Lake County. Waukegan and the residents can be positively positively economically impacted by this legislation. So this is an opportunity that we don't want to miss out on. And that's what the script says can, but I know it will help us as a city to progress further. Thank you. And I wanted to know if it's possible to give my alderman the flyer. Yes, all right, thank you.
Pass it down.
Yeah, you can give them to all of us. Oh, okay. He just wants to give it to, yeah.
What we'll do is give it to me, and we'll make some copies, make sure all the aldermen gets them.
Oh, great.
Are we?
We like when you guys
Ethan
come
Winnett.
prepared.
Hello. While we're on the topic of the upcoming town hall, I'd also like to invite my alderman, Coach Mojo, or Mr. Greg Mojo. I've been a resident of the 3rd Ward since 1999, since I started going to the high school, and I'm here today to invite you to the Future Energy Clean Jobs Act, which is going to be on Saturday, June 17th at 10:30 at the North Shore Church of Christ in Waukegan. I think Waukegan, I think Illinois can be a leader in clean energy projects, and I think Waukegan can be a leader in a leading state if we move away from our from the pollution that has historically plagued Waukegan. We can make Waukegan be the city of progress, but we need you guys to show up and make that happen and put pressure on our state representatives. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dulce Ortiz.
Hi, good evening. Mayor, Alderman, thank you for the opportunity to speak. My name is Dulce Ortiz, and I am a resident of the 4th Ward. I'm here to invite my alderman, Alderman David Villalobos, to attend the Future Energy Jobs Act Town Hall. The Future Energy Jobs Act reduces 32 million tons of carbon dioxide air pollution by 2030 by diminishing our reliance on fossil fuels, and Waukeganites are ready to move away from fossil fuels on our lakefront, which will make our beautiful beach an even more attractive destination. I also like to extend a very special invitation to the mayor and every city council member here to join me for a special screening of From the Ashes, a documentary that captures Americans in communities across the country as they wrestle with the legacy of the coal industry and what its future should be under the Trump administration. From the Ashes invites audiences to learn more about an industry on the edge through the lived experiences of those most closely affected, to begin to chart a path forward for our energy policy and our country itself. This special screening is being hosted by Bloomberg Philanthropies in partnership with the City of Chicago Mayor's Office. I am honored to have been invited to be part of a distinguished 4-member panel to hold discussion after the film, and I would be delighted to have you as my guest this Friday, June 9th, at the Art Institute of Chicago. I will follow up with each of you via email to ascertain your attendance to this great event. Thank you.
Thank you.
Martha Guzman.
Good evening. My name is Martha Guzman. I have been a resident of the 5th Ward, Ms. Newsom, for 25 plus years. And I am here to invite Alderman Newsom to the Future Energy Jobs Act Town Hall. The Future Energy Jobs Act prioritizes job opportunities for local residents. For example, approximately 2,000 jobs will be created for the persons with criminal records and for the alumni of the foster care program. We know our criminal justice system is broken, and we look forward to creating more employment opportunities by partnering with organizations such as the Black Chamber of Commerce of Lake County and the Coalition to Reduce Recidivism. Only together will we be able to bridge and work towards better environmental, social, economic, and justice systems. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sean Whyte.
Hello, my name's Sean Whyte. I have lived in the 6th Ward since 1999, and Larry Tempest is my alderman. And I'd like to take this time to invite you, Larry, to the Future Energy Jobs Act Town Hall. Obviously, you're starting to see a theme here. Right. Basically, what happens is the Future Energy Jobs Act will direct $189 million, $10 million annually to incentivize solar development and to fund job training programs. I really think it would behoove the city of Waukegan to go after some of those funds. I mean, considering the projected $3 million deficit that we're in, also the fact that Waukeganites can definitely take advantage of these job options. Going after that money will definitely benefit us. So we'll see you there. Thanks.
Thank you.
Kasia Kondraki.
Oh, Ella's going to stand with me. This is Ella. Hi, my name's Kasia Kondraki, and I am a resident of the 7th Ward, and I am here today to invite my alderman, Lisa May, to the Future Energy Jobs Act Town Hall. The Future Energy Jobs Act gives us hope amidst Trump's recent announcement to withdraw the U.S. from the Paris Climate Agreement, reversing major environmental protections. This new law, the Future Energy Jobs Act, ensures the progress of our community towards a clean energy future, but only if this council takes action to demand a responsible closure date for the coal plant and a transition plan for the site so we can have a healthier lakefront and environment for our community and my children. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dylan Blake.
Hello, my name is Dylan Blake, and I am a resident of Waukegan. I'm here today to invite Alderman Valco to the Future Energy Jobs Act Town Hall. The Future Energy Jobs Act introduces the Illinois Solar for All program, which calls for job training to be incorporated into every solar installation carried out under the program, and companies must commit to hiring new trainees for a portion of their low-income installations. Waukegans formerly incarcerated will have an opportunity to receive job training that will allow them to move on to a positive path in life. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jackie Spencer.
Softball.
Hello, I'm Jackie Spencer. I'm a resident of the 9th Ward for the last 20 years, born and raised in Waukegan. I'm here today to invite Alderman Taylor, don't want to leave you out, to the Future Energy Job Act Town Hall. The Future Energy Jobs Act allows residents and organizations to install rooftop solar panels and receive credit for the energy produced. Waukegan has many nonprofit organizations that serve the community, and saving on utilities would allow organizations to invest more into the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie.
Yuri.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Judy Wahad, and I live in the 1st Ward since the last 3 years, 16 years in Waukegan. And I'm here to invite today our mayor, Sam Cunningham, to the Future Energy Jobs Act Town Hall. The Future Energy Jobs Act went into effect in June 1st, and the process for the community interested in doing new developments will be finalized by the end of this summer. it is the best for the community that Waukegan receives the benefits of this legislation. So therefore, please attend to this meeting, to this town hall on Saturday, June 17, on North Shore Church of Christ from 10:30 to 1. Waukegan deserves better, and this is a great opportunity, Mayor, to support and show your leadership for our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Judy.
Julio Guzman?
Good evening, Mayor Cunningham and members of City Council. My name is Julio Guzman, and I'm a member of the 5th Ward. Last week, President Trump made a historic mistake in announcing his intentions to withdraw the United States from the Paris Climate Agreement, an agreement of which 147 countries are a part. In other words, every single nation on this planet has signed on to this agreement with the exception of Syria, Nicaragua, and now the United States. The Paris Agreement aimed to mitigate climate change by reducing carbon emissions and planning for the inevitable climate disasters that vulnerable communities would face. The Paris Agreement was an international consensus that fossil fuels were no longer economically, socially, or environmentally sustainable, and that the future of life as we know it on this planet is one of sustainable, clean energy sources. President Trump's mistake in withdrawing the U.S. from the Paris Agreement threatens to stymie the progress of the Obama administration in addressing coal pollution, the largest contributor to global warming, and justice for polluted communities like our city of Waukegan. That is why this government body must act boldly and courageously to address the threat that is the NRG Energy coal plant on our very lakefront, which also happens to be the last polluting coal plant north of Peoria in the entire state of Illinois. We cannot afford to let corporations like NRG dictate our future while they exploit our lakefront, water, air, health, and economic opportunity. We've endured more than our fair share of the Rust Belt era abrupt closures and Superfund sites. And numerous experts, including Edgewater Consultants, which this city hired, have told us that deindustrializing our lakefront would allow us to seize our full economic potential. By becoming a leader in sustainability, we can build the new image we want for our city and attract new businesses, developers, residents, and visitors. We know NRG isn't going to help us build a responsible coal to clean energy plan unless they're forced to, and it's time this body take action. While our president is failing communities like Waukegan and our planet, it's up to leadership from you, Mayor Cunningham, and members of this city council to act courageously, just as we've seen nearly 211 mayors and municipal leaders across the nation resist President Trump's mistakes by committing to take local action and powering their cities with 100% renewable energy. This includes Highland Park, by the way, our neighbors to the south. President Trump is on the wrong side of history. I'm asking that Mayor Cunningham and City Council take action for the city and be on the right side. Thank you.
Thank you. Charles Sheridan?
Good evening. My name's Charles Sheridan. I would like to, hoping to work with the City of Waukegan to get the Moribund South Lakefront project off the ground. And I purchased some of the property along the lakefront, 500 foot of the lakefront property. And I'm hoping to be speaking with all the city public officials in the next few weeks. And also, it's very fortunate that I heard these people here tonight interested in alternative energy sources. I've been working with solar energy construction since the 1970s, and I would hope that in this project, the Moribund project, that we can hopefully get going, that we can incorporate solar energy into this South Lakefront project. And I don't know if everybody knows what I'm talking about, but the project is the area that's bounded on the on the north by the Waukegan River, on the west by the Metro tracks, and it's on the east by Lake Michigan. And it's a great area. Hopefully, we can develop this area in the near future. Thank you.
Ted Richter.
Hi, I'm here to talk about an event on June 24th. If I could pass out a couple flyers just to get them circulated. We'd like to say thank you to the City Council and to Mayor Cunningham for his vision to get some recreation and some entertainment going down at the beach. On the 24th, a group called Second Wind is coming into town to do a concert right at the beach, at the pavilion. There will be refreshments served, actually for purchase, but there'll also be a vendor there selling food. There's ample parking. Some of these guys are local guys from the area. Ronnie Ransom, some of you may know, Z. McBride, Greg Austin. I believe he worked for the post office for many years. So it's supposed to be a great night. We'd like to invite everyone to come out. There are still some tickets available. There's a few guys that'll be here afterwards that'll have some tickets available. We'd love to see everyone out there. It should be a great evening. Now, it's rain or shine, and it's kind of like Ravinia seating. Bring a chair, a blanket, and there will be an area just for dancing also. So if you feel like coming out and mixing it up on the dance grass, please come out. We'd love to see all of you. Thank you.
Pat Stikes.
Second one. If it's the Temptations cover band, really good.
Good evening. I am here tonight to tell you a little problem that I had recently with the building department. I live at 2431 North Lewis. There's an alley that runs behind our house. So in 2011, when the tornado came, one of the many parts of our yard that was destroyed was our back fence. So we're finally getting around to putting up a back fence across the back of our property. So we went and we got an estimate and we liked it, and my husband brought it to the building department to get a permit, and he was told that the company we picked was not a preferred vendor for the city of Waukegan, that it wasn't on that company was not on their list, and if we chose to have them apply, then they would apply, they would have to be vetted. This could be another 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks, and then if the city approved their license, then we could have them do our fence. Well, this is really a lot of work for 88 feet of fencing. So I said, well, just go back down to the city and tell them you want a list of who their approved vendors are, and we'll call a couple of them and get an estimate. Well, he went down there, or up here. He asked the girl at the counter, I'd like to have a list of approved vendors for the city of Waukegan for fencing. She was taken aback and asked if he could wait for her supervisor. He waited for the supervisor, and the supervisor, he said, if I have to have somebody already signed up with Waukegan, then give me a list of the people. And she said, the supervisor said, you're going to have to get a Freedom of Information Act request in order to get this list. Now, just me, I'm just a nice Catholic girl from the suburbs, and I just think, if you have vendors, why aren't they on your website? Like when you click on permits, why doesn't it say these are fencing vendors and these are our grass cutting vendors and these are whatever? I'm not I am not filling out a Freedom of Information Act for a list of vendors to put in 88 feet of fencing. So now I have to, the first guy said, no, I'm not going to do that. So now every vendor I call, I have to say, do you know if you're listed with the city of Waukegan? Or have you worked in the city of Waukegan before? And now we have to go through this whole process again to hope that the next people will get it, will already be on your list. So just as a regular citizen,
Thank you.
I think maybe you should have a list.
Clyde McLemore.
Provide a list. I don't know who told her that. Lisa, it's nothing. We never provide. We don't confirm. We don't. We do not give recommendations. We make sure they have license and bond.
Good evening, Mayor, council members. It's a great honor to be here tonight. Y'all know I'm the founder of Black Lives Matter Lake County. I'm here tonight to introduce Black Lives Matter. We are trying to do a Father's Day, father and daughter prom, June 17th, at the Shallow Center, 2000 Emmis, Zion, Illinois. We need sponsors, and the tickets are $20, but if you'd like to sponsor this, I've also brought our autos of corporation. We are tax deductible. I even brought our name rights. So if you do a donation, you're not giving it away or being pimped. I'd say it like that. You're being actually, you can use it for your tax ID. This father and daughter dance is very special because some young ladies would love to be out with their fathers to have a dance on Father's Day. And I'm asking, I know Clean Air got their thing on that day because I just found out, but I wouldn't. But if you could get away and come over and just see this would be one great event. This is our first year doing it. And I got the flyers. I'm sure I gave it to the clerk so she can make sure each one of you mayors, aldermen and alderwomen and the mayor get one. Thank you.
Alonzo Jenkins.
Good evening, Mayor, Alderman, audience. My name is Alonzo Jenkins, and I've been a city employee, Waukegan Public Works employee for the past 16 years. I just wanted to commend and applaud our mayor for keeping a promise that was broken to us 8 years ago, 2 administrations ago. It was promised to Public Works, City Hall custodian positions, ASPE union at the time, were promised that those positions would come back once our budget was better, in which the positions did not come back, but instead was contracted out to be cleaned after hours. Also, during that same time, the temporary summer help positions were cut, along with Public Works employees having to use furlough days without accepting any increase in salary. So I thank you for recognizing the shortness of staff in the Public Works and City Hall custodian positions. We have been overlooked for far too long, and it feels great to know that we have additional help to assist Public Works and City Hall with day-to-day operations. Also, I applaud you for your future plans for Public Works employees to be able to communicate with the code enforcement officers by having those 2 departments on the same radio frequencies. That allows for us, the Public Works Department employees, when we see a violation, to be able to contact a code enforcement officer and inform them of violations to better serve our residents and enforce our code ordinances. I just wanted to applaud you. You know, like I said, I've been here 16 years, and I know you talking about infrastructures. I'm the street sweeper for the city, for downtown, and one of the infrastructures is the Greenwood Bridge, and I've been sweeping it for 10 years, and I can vouch that it's in terrible shape. I remember years ago when where the beams span, we had to put a rope in between and put blacktop on top of it. So, I mean, our infrastructures are really in bad shape, and I thank you for bringing that up, you know, because I reported it several times to, to my superiors, and nothing was ever done. So I applaud you, and I just wanted to say this scripture in a touch basis with the pastor when he prayed today. 1 Timothy 2:1-2. First of all, then I urge that supplications, prayers, intercessions, and thanksgiving be made for all people, for kings and all who are in high positions, that we may lead a peaceful, quiet life, godly and dignified in every way. And that's to the audience. We have to pray for our mayor. We have to pray for our aldermen, that it may be well with us. We have to keep them in prayer, our president, senators, representative, that it may go well with us. I pray for them every single night, every single day, because this is my job. So, I urge, instead of, come up here making a fuss, challenge yourself to pray for them. Thank you. That's my time. Thank you.
Sally Foster. Sally?
Good evening. I'm Sally Foster, and I am a resident of the 6th Ward for about 32 years. I'm also the chair of the Waukegan Arts Council, and I'm here today to talk about the Lake County Dance Showcase, which is on June 24th at the historic Genesee Theater. We present this dance showcase and benefiting the cultural arts in the Waukegan community. The event showcases talented dance groups from across Lake County and the Chicago area, and celebrates a variety of styles, including folk, ballet, jazz, contemporary, hip hop, and Irish step. It will feature performances by Alat's Dance Company, Ballet Folklorico, Buffalo Grove Studio of Dance, Dance Center North, Forum Jazz Dance Theater, Hip Hop Force, Jazz Ballet Theater of Illinois, Lincolnshire Academy of Dance, O'Hare School of Irish Dance in Chicago, and Steppin' Up North Shore Dance Academy. The Waukegan Arts Council's mission is to promote the arts in Waukegan. And when we looked around, we didn't really see anyone who was really highlighting dance as an art form. So this is our 3rd year, and we wanted to bring together people from all over the county, bring them. This is the 2nd year at the Genesee. It's a gorgeous venue. Tickets are $10. So it's affordable. It's a wonderful family event or adult event. So we really encourage everyone to consider. We'd like to invite Mayor Cunningham and also all the aldermen to please join us at this really exciting event. The response last year was just outstanding, and I guess I've never heard of a venue at one night that will present all these different types of dance. It's usually focused on one type, so on one evening you can see the variety, and it's really fun to compare hip-hop, ballet, folk, Irish, jazz. So please consider joining us, and I just have some little flyers for you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jack Greenberg.
Give him the mic.
Mr. Mayor, council members, people of Waukegan, my name is Jack Greenberg. I live in the 6th Ward. I've lived here for 30 years. I'm here to say a big kudos to the policemen and women who are carrying the Olympic torch for the Special Olympics for people with disabilities. Last week, the Waukegan Police held a Cop on a Rooftop event. This event drew awareness to the Special Olympics, the Illinois Summer Games. The event was held to sign up sponsors for police officers to carry the torch. This week, those sponsored police officers will carry the flame of hope. They are running through hundreds of communities in Illinois. The torch will be delivered to Bloomington Normal for the opening ceremony on June 9th. The authority of the police is based on law and on the trust of the public. The carrying of the Olympic flame works to enhance that trust with people they will be serving. The bank account of public trust in the police has been drawn down, but police departments are replenishing their trust account by carrying the Olympic flame. Kudos. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brother Blanks?
Brother Blanks, Founding Chief President, Black Abolition Movement for the Mind, which is a poetic 501c3 arts organization which has been located or is located in the First Ward, which was found and has been located in the First Ward and providing services there for over 20 years without any state or federal funding. And myself also, I am a resident and a homeowner in the First Ward for over 30 years. So today, I just really wanted to come here. In short, I'm looking at the audience time agenda, and as you know, I've been here at the city council meeting for maybe a few times. But I say that, and I just wanted to come here today to extend, and just from as many times as I've been here attending the city council meeting, and many times I have brought up the issue of moving the audience time back to the top of the agenda. So I wanted to come here today and extend on behalf of Black Abolition Movement for the Mind, and definitely some of the many citizens of First Ward, and commend the city council as well as the mayor. I want to extend appreciation for putting the citizens and the taxpayers back, and the taxpayers' concerns and issues back at the top of the agenda where we belong. Thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you.
Eddie Soto?
Good evening, Mayor Sam Cunningham, esteemed City Council, and you folks here that share the same passion for the city that I do. I just wanted to take a couple of minutes, first of all, to echo the sentiments of Brother Blanks and recognizing the importance of the constituents' voice for the concerns that we have. A lot of them we share, especially those in the arena of clean energy, creation of jobs. As some of you know me pretty well, I'm really active with the small business development community. And I hear these opportunities that we're hopefully going to take advantage of, with thousands of jobs being created to support clean air, clean water, clean energy. We deserve that. And I think we should step up to the present and get to where we're not as concerned about our youth and our future. I've been a resident of the Waukegan area since 1981, and I, for one, know the pros and cons of pollution. I'm a scuba diver on top of that. Recently went to Cape Canaveral, and I saw the Air Force, NASA, and SpaceX working together on initiatives. If they can do it between Mr. Mayor and the City Council and all of us here, why can't we? I thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Ralph Peterson.
Hello, everyone. I'm here today. I would like to speak on a matter. Just a moment. Could you pass these down, please? I would like to speak on, I'm kind of confused, and Mayor Cunningham, this is directed to you. I'm here to speak on Lake County towing. Within 48 hours of you being elected, you terminated Lake County towing. and you brought back 2 other companies that were terminated in the past for some pretty serious offenses. And those documents that I gave you, I would like for you aldermen to take a look at it. Because I'm the type of person, I just don't set well when things are not done right if it comes to my knowledge. I know at the time of termination that there was a towing administration headed by a Dave Marion. So I don't know what type of guy this guy is, but if he's open and honest and just and fair, I would think that he would speak and let you know that all those are valid. And I ask you aldermen to please not join the mayor in setting back the hands of time, 60 years. And I say this because those are some serious offenses there. And Ron Rogers is a community servant. He's a really good guy, and I just don't understand why he was sent packing. And that's why I stand here. I ask that you please look into this, and I will be speaking on this further next council meeting. Because like I say, if they were terminated, why were they brought back into rotation? And I spoke with Mayor Motley, and I'm planning on speaking with Dave Marion at length. And I would like to say Channel 2 and Channel 7 was supposed to be here tonight, but after Channel 2 spoke with the mayor, and he told them he didn't know anything about this, Ron Rogers said that he wasn't gonna speak with the stations because maybe he and the mayor could get together and speak. You know, and I thought that was pretty big of him. But like I say, those documents that I just gave you, there was a towing administration put together heading up over towing when they were terminated. So I ask you, if you care, maybe you guys want to turn a blind eye, or, you know, it's not important. But I ask you to please speak with Dave Marion, and I'm praying he'll tell the truth. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Last, Jose Vargas.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, City Council, and everybody within hearing. Mr. Mayor, I'd just like to let you know that I'm looking forward to working a little more closely with several of the aldermen as far as some trouble spots in their wards. As far as some trouble spots in their wards. Now that it's a little warmer, I'm on my bike a lot more. We see it all. We see it all. And pretty much the 7th Ward, Alderman Newsom and 4th Ward alike, I just like to get a little more involved with you three and put together some cleanup events. That, and if the city will allow it, I would like to volunteer my equipment to pressure wash and clean the Jack Benny Plaza, the whole corner, including the brick paved area and the statue and stuff like that prior to Scoop the Loop. I'd like to volunteer my equipment to do that, sir.
Okay. What I'll do is, and I know I shouldn't be answering back, but he's asking a question about, one, we got to make sure liability standpoints are there. Two, we'll check with Public Works to make sure if we have equipment already ready there, and we go from there. But obviously, we appreciate your time. I know you're out there all the time. We do appreciate that. Just let us go through that due diligence first before we say yes to that tonight. But I think you and I are going to be meeting soon. We can talk about it.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Thank you, sir.
And for Alderman Newsom, the sidewalk area, right there by Grand and New York, is it, Alderman Dave? Is it Grand and New York? There's about 200 feet of sidewalk there that the grass gets cut, but the sidewalk never gets edged. The last season's branches are piled up there. I've sat there and watched kids have to walk through this, and they dodge it. They, walk off of the sidewalk because now there's all that debris on the ground and branches that are overhanging from where the railing is there by the creek. That little strip there, it means a lot to the kids. They're approaching a corner where they're going to mount the bus or hop the street, or I don't know. But maybe you and I can get together and I can jump all over that.
Mr. Hewitt, make sure you get this information from this gentleman, from Joe, so we'll look in that first thing, okay, sir?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Yes. Yeah. Oh, my young Kareem.
Mayor?
That's it? Well, that was history making tonight, wasn't it, y'all? Like that one? Yeah. Well, listen, I did move on a little bit fast. There are some mayor's comments I needed to get out that I promised, and I promised to be quick. First, Waukegan Sports Hall of Fame. New inductees to the Waukegan Sports Hall of Fame were recognized this past weekend, which include Mr. Jose Rivera, played volleyball for Waukegan High School and Ohio State, and was the MVP of the Puerto Rican national team. Tim Chess played soccer, was a swimmer, and took the Raiders to their only state title in baseball. That was 83, right? Was that 83, Greg?
Yeah.
1983. And I'll give this to the chief. He was a Raider. Ron Leafblatt played basketball and ran track for Waukegan Township High School.
Yeah.
It was tight end for University of Wisconsin, 1963 Rose Bowl team. Larry, I know that was a Township High School. And Greg and I know this gentleman very, very well. Greg graduated with him, and I was like a couple years behind. Mr. Danny Moda played football and was a state wrestling champ for Waukegan East in 1981 and 1982. And guess who his coach was? Had to give that one out, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Proud of it.
Bridget Nixon is another Raider, was a Waukegan West Raider, and played softball and went downstate in tennis and basketball. Tony Zenz was a member of the 1957 Waukegan Township High School football team that went 9-1, winning the Suburban League Championship. Now, most of you probably don't know, but that was very, very significant, I'm going to say back then, to high school sports. We have some kudos going out today, and I think David's going to be coming up. As many of you already know, Star Walk took place during last month's Art Walk on Saturday, May 20th. It was a great success with many, many Waukegan families and out-of-town visitors out and about during the Star Wars theme event. It was nice to see downtown so busy with visitors to our restaurants, galleries, and shops. During the event, we had a costume contest for kids and adults, and we want to take this opportunity to recognize the winners who were asked to come tonight. For the kids' age group, I would like to have the Huffman family come up with their daughter, Anya, is that correct, Anya, to receive the grand prize. Come on, Anya. Oh, Anya. This is Mayor Lando. This is Mayor Lando. Mayor Lando presenting. You know, I best if I get down. Here you go. Is that better? All right. Where's your, come on up. You come up too. There you go. Congratulations to you. Art with me and Star Wars next year. As for the adults, I should have stayed down there. We now ask Mr. Corey Ratliff to join me to receive his award and prize package prepared by the businesses in the South Genesee Merchant Block that includes Sweet Treasures Resales, Dinosaur Studios in Greentown. Oh, Corey. Come on in, Corey. Here you go, sir. It's official. Mayor Orlando did something in the Star Wars theme. All right. Let's hear it for all the volunteers and merchants that made this event a success. We will see all of you next year. Next Art Walk in downtown Waukegan's Art and Entertainment District on June 17th from 5 p.m. to 9. Again, June 17th from 5 p.m. to 9. Some of the upcoming events: the Waukegan Band concert season has kicked off. Set sail for summer Tuesday, June 13th at 7 p.m. in the Steiner Pavilion at Waukegan's Beach. Free yoga, Zumba, and Tai Chi.
Tai Chi.
Hey, Tai Chi. Listen, Carmen School continues continue this weekend also in the Steiner Pavilion on Saturday starting at 8 a.m. Genesee Theater starts their film series this week on June 8th with the film Breakfast at Tiffany's. Harbor's Edge will continue to host live music at their space at the Waukegan Lakefront every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The Waukegan Park District Independence Parade will step off Sunday, July 2nd, along with their Centennial Festival at Bowen Park. Waukegan officials' fireworks will take place on Tuesday, July 4th at 9:30 p.m. I want to make sure it's clear. July 2nd is the parade. We will still celebrate on the 4th for the fireworks. So everyone, don't look to come down on July the 2nd, look for fireworks. And mark your calendar for the annual Scoop on Friday, July 7th and Saturday, July 8th in downtown Waukegan. We will be sharing more details on what's happening, on what is planned for this exciting event. But until then, visit scoopwaukegan.com for preview. Again, visit scoopwaukegan.com for previews. You can also get an up-to-date listing of more Waukegan events and activities via the calendar of events on our website, waukeganil.gov. waukeganil.gov. Last but not least, normally we would have someone covering today's City Hall by the name of Luke Hamill. Luke's last day with the new son, if I'm not mistaken, is today. So he's not here. He's moving on to Crane Business. So we have an ally there. But I think Miss Emily is going to be taking over for Luke. So congratulations to Luke, and thank him for covering us. I think he did us very well with covering the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but. So congratulations to Luke in his future endeavors. All right. Motion to approve regular minutes, the meeting minutes for May 15th, 2017. Motions by Alderman Seeger, second by Alderman Taylor. All those in favor?
Aye.
Resolutions, proclamation, presentation, and appoint. A, Waukegan Main Street. Main Street, are you here? I thought I saw Art. Come on up, Art.
Good evening, Mayor Cunningham, Alderman, and audience. As the summer season gets underway in downtown Waukegan, I would like to make you aware of upcoming events and opportunities to volunteer in the community. I will be also sharing some of the events that the mayor just mentioned, but here we go. June 17th and July 15th, Art Walk, 5 to 9 p.m., the Downtown Art and Entertainment District. June 23rd, 24th, and 25th, Harbor Fest, noon to 9:30. Food vendors, live music, and a fishing tournament at Harbor Edge. July 2nd, the American Independence and Centennial Festival from 11:30 to 6 at Bowen Park. Also on July 2nd, we will have the American Independence Day Parade from 1 to 3 at Bowen Park. And I would like to mention that the application deadline to participate in this event, to march in the parade with your the various associations, is this Friday, June 9th, and your application should be submitted at the Waukegan Park District. And finally, Scoop Waukegan, July 7th, 6 to 10, July 8th, 11 a.m. to 10. For more information on these events or how you may volunteer, please contact the Main Street office at 847-623-6650. Thank you.
Thank you, Art. Item B, resolution honoring Richard Nixon. Madam Clerk.
Resolution 17R32 honoring Richard Dick Nixon. Whereas Richard Dick Nixon was born in Waukegan and spent 75 years helping to improve our community in many ways. And whereas Richard Dick Nixon graduated from Waukegan Township High School and is known as a legend on the basketball court and baseball field. And whereas Richard Dick Nixon graduated from Marquette University and was captain of the Marquette Golden Eagles men's basketball team his junior and senior years. And whereas Richard Dick Nixon served as a member of the Waukegan School Board, a Waukegan Township trustee, as well as a board member of the First Midwest Bank. And whereas Richard Dick Nixon served as Waukegan's 5th Ward Alderman from 1971 to 1973. And whereas Richard Dick Nixon retired from Sears, Roebuck and Company as an executive. And whereas Richard Dick Nixon passed away on May 7th, 2017, and we will forever remember his life and legacy. And now therefore be it resolved that Mayor Cunningham and members of the City Council of Waukegan, Illinois, do hereby honor Richard Dick Nixon for his distinguished service and dedication to the citizens of Waukegan. Be it further resolved that a suitably embossed copy of this resolution, signed by the mayor and city clerk, be presented to his family by Mayor Cunningham and 5th Ward Alderman Edith Newsom at his celebration of life service on Saturday, May 20th, 2017, at the First Corinthian Missionary Baptist Church in North Chicago, and again at the City Council meeting the 5th day of June, 2017.
Motion by Alderman Newsom, second by Alderman Tempest. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion is passed and carried. I'm going to step back a minute because I missed a very important announcement under Mayor's comments. Today, we met with representatives of Amazon, Lake County Workforce Development Department, and Waukegan staff, and here is a quick update on what was discussed. The Waukegan location will be opening this summer and is tentatively scheduled for July the 30th. Again, the Waukegan location for Amazon is tentatively scheduled to open July the 30th. The city, Lake County Workforce Development, will be hosting a kickoff hiring event in the very near future. Their representatives confirmed with us this afternoon that Amazon will need to hire at least 400 people for full-time positions at this location, and we are very excited to hear this. I want to publicly thank former Mayor Wayne Motley and his administration for laying out the groundwork for this effort, and we are confident that this is a very important step for Waukegan to move forward into the future. So thank you to past Mayor Motley and the team that was part of that, but more importantly, the collaboration with Waukegan, the City of Waukegan staff, Lake County Workforce Development, and the Amazon representatives. And I apologize I missed that, but I thought that was very, very important that we mention that this evening. All right? Judiciary Committee.
Thank you, Your Honor. We met today Item A, zoning calendar 2532, petitioner Felix Orlando Celius Ruiz, Belvedere Benny LLC, location 1405 Belvedere Road, request a conditional use permit for a hand wash and detail car wash, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Moiseo, second by Alderman Newsome. Roll call, please.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Mayor Cunningham.
Item B, zoning calendar 2535, petitioner Niall Hendricks, Visual Pack McGaw LLC, location 1275 Bridge Drive, request site plan approval per the McGaw Business Center Overlay District, and all the conditions that the city has set forth have been met.
Motion by Alderman Moiseo, second by Alderman Valco. Roll call, please.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco. Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Motion's passed and carried.
Zoning calendar 2536, petitioner Bassam Zaid, Murphy Oil Location, 3850 Fountain Square Place, request site plan approval per the Western Gateway Redevelopment Overlay District. This is for them to put up a new, more modern, bigger, better gas station at that site, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Moiseo, second by Alderman Tempest. Roll call, please.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Motion's passed.
Thank you. Item D, Mayor and rest of the council members and audience, this was for Harry Kame, a location 200 East Seahorse Drive, request landmarking of the Johnson Motors Water Tower. We all agreed that we probably need to do that, but we want to hold it in committee and talk about it and get some more details, because we do not want to hamstring any development that could go on down there by making this, something that can't be moved. So we want to figure out if there was a lot of suggestions on the committee on maybe what we can do. So we're going to hold it in committee, talk about it, and bring it forth when we get it. All right?
Great idea.
Thank you. Item E, zoning calendar 2525, petitioner City of Waukegan, Thomas Capria, address 100 West Blanchard Road, request map amendment, rezoning from B3 general commercial to B1 neighborhood convenience, repeal of map amendment granted in zoning calendar 2006. This is the petition of the City of Waukegan to take this from B3 to B1, and we passed it out of committee, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Moiseo, second by Alderman Taylor. Roll call, please.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Thank you. And item F, petition for continuance. Petitioner Point Ready Mix LLC, address 1020 Elizabeth Avenue, request continuation of CUP Ordinance 5-0-154. This is the old Thielen Cement factory. It's just another owner who wants to continue with it. Obviously, that's the only use for it. It makes perfect sense. We're just continuing the CUP for the new owners of the property. It's right off of Belvedere there, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Moiseo, second by Alderman Valco.
Alderman Seager.
Roll call, please.
Aye.
Alderman Moiseo.
Aye.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Motion's
Your Honor, real quick, we did have a discussion about liquor licenses, and we all wanted to thank the clerk for making this list and putting it up. We're all in agreement that the liquor licenses is a mess, that it needs to be redone. We got more classifications in the tax code, for crying out loud. We got a waiting list, we got this, we got that. It's always been a political football, we all know that. We want to clean it up. You can either leave it in judiciary, or we could have it different, however we want to do it, but we were all in agreement, the members of the committee and the aldermen that were in the audience, were all in agreement, we got to clean this up. It's too much of a mess, it's too much, we know what it is, we got to clean it up, it's got to be better.
I will say that myself, and I want to personally, publicly thank the Madam Clerk for bringing this to not only my attention, but the attention to Corporation Council. And we've thrown around some ideas, so we're going to be presenting some ideas, and obviously, Alderman, I'm asking you to present some ideas that will best fit for what we need today and in the future.
The Corporation Counsel told us he was going to bring some things to us, hopefully by the next meeting, if he can fit it in,
Yeah.
to give us some idea. But we're all in agreement. We got to
Yes,
redo this.
I agree with you. And when I took a look at the list and how it was, and it's very confusing for one. If it's confusing not only for us here within the city hall and with the aldermen, how can we then relay that message over to our constituencies and those who are coming in for business? So while I share some of the pain of some of our business owners, I think we also must have an accurate process before we move on, or we're just going to have continued confusion. So I ask you to be somewhat patient with us, and hopefully we can do some different things to try to help you in the meantime with those who are out there. But it is clear that this needs a better process in which way not only we vet this, we issue this, but something that can be concrete for everybody to move forward. So thank you very much, Madam Clerk, and then to the committee for understanding.
Yes.
With that being said, we have labor relations. In labor relations, we're going to ask Alderman Mozio. You want to take that?
Yes, I can. Sure.
Okay.
Item A. Motion to approve a FLSA Section 7G Memorandum of Understanding to modify the collective bargaining agreement by and between the City of Waukegan and the Waukegan Police Benevolent Labor Committee Unit Number 42 for a voluntary off-duty assignment during the 2017 Ravinia Festival, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Mozio, second by Alderman May. Roll call, please.
Alderman Seager. Alderman Mozio.
Aye.
Oh, did you get it?
Aye.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Motion is passed and carried.
Thank you. Item B, motion to approve the FLSA Section 7G Memorandum of Understanding to modify the collective bargaining agreement by and between the City of Waukegan and the Teamsters Local Number 700 for voluntary off-duty assignment during the 2017 Ravinia Festival, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Mozio, second by Alderman Valco. Roll call, please.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Aye.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
And item C, motion to approve an FLSA Section 7G Memorandum of Understanding to modify the collective bargaining agreement by and between the City of Waukegan and the Metropolitan Alliance of Police for voluntary off-duty assignment during the 2017 Ravinia Festival, and I so move.
Motion by Alderman Mozio, second by Alderman Tempest. Roll call, please.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Aye.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May. Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Motion is passed and carried. Insurance Committee.
Thank you, Your Honor. Motion to approve the July 1st, 2017 to June 30th, 2018 Property, Casualty, Liability, and Workman Compensation Insurance Program, specifically including the following lines of coverage: automobile liability, law enforcement liability, public property, including buildings, vehicles and equipment, pollution liability, crime liability, cyber liability, excess workers' compensation, and excess general liability, stop-loss policies for the estimated total premium of $1,129,700 as presented and recommended by the Owens Insurance Group. And I so move.
Motion by Alderman Taylor, second by Alderman May. Roll call, please.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Aye.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May. Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye. Thank you, Your Honor.
Special Finance Committee.
Thank you, Your
Alderman
Honor.
Valco.
Thank you, sir. We had a Special Finance Committee meeting this evening. The first item on the agenda, the committee approved a resolution authorizing the sale of the property located at 726 McAllister to Habitat for Humanity in the amount of no less than $1. For you people in the audience and those at home, the viewing audience that were not here during the committee meeting, The property at 726 was donated to the city with a dilapidated structure on the existing lot. The building was raised, leaving a vacant lot which the city is responsible for maintaining. Habitat for Humanity is interested in acquiring the lot for the purpose of building a single-family home. And the Director of Community Development Block Program recommends the sale of the property for $1 in the best interests of the city. And we've done this before, and I so move, Your Honor.
Motion by Alderman Valco, second by Alderman, let me find this. Newsom. Roll call, please.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Aye.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest. Alderman May. Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor. Aye.
Motion's passed.
Second item on the agenda, item B, was the committee voted to approve a resolution authorizing the purchase of property located at 2107 Georgetown Lane in an amount no more than $7,100. And the property at that area is a unit which is part of a 4-unit building for which the city currently owns 2 of the units. The entire building complex has been boarded up for a number of years and is an eyesore to the community. The county holds the taxes in the amount of $7,100 and will allow the city to take possession of the property upon payment of the taxes using NSP funds. The Director of Community Development Block Program recommends the purchase of this property for the $7,100 in the best interests of the city, and I so move, sir.
Motion by Alderman Valco, second by Alderman May. Roll call, please.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Aye.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest. Alderman May. Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor. Aye.
Item C, the committee authorized the Information Technology Director to renew the annual maintenance contract for Blackboard Connect for government in the amount of $39,157.13, and the funding from line item 555-915-924438. And what this is, sir, and for you citizens, is that we have what's called a reverse 911, or it's a callback system where you get your, if the water is bad, it's for a boil over service. If there's crime in the area, it's an auto boot call system, and we call you at the house. If there's anything else that's going on in the city that you would automatically get called for, some of the aldermen, including myself, use it for ward meetings. So that's what this is, and we're just renewing the contract. And I so move, sir.
Motion by Alderman Valco, second by Alderman Taylor. Roll call, please.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Aye.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest. Alderman May. Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor. Aye.
Last item on the agenda, item D, the committee authorized the ITT Director to enter into a contract with GHA Technologies, Inc. for a staff augmentation services for the amount not to exceed $72,800, and the funding from line item 100-103-724438. And what this is just salary and replacement of a city employee that retired in January. It's not a new position, it's just a replacement, and I so move, sir.
Motion by Alderman Valco, second by Alderman Newsom. Roll call, please.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Aye.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest. Alderman May. Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor. Aye.
That's it, Mayor.
Motion, alrighty. No old business. Reports and communications. Motion by Alderman Mozio, second by Alderman Valco, to approve all block parties. All those in favor?
That's not the...
No, this is block party guidelines, Your Honor. Is that the same?
Uh-oh.
What is that? Do we know?
report?
No.
Is that?
But we do have notification, and it is for the block party for Ward 4.
Because that's down at the bottom.
That's down later in the agenda, though.
O is motion to approve all block.
Yeah, motion to
Might just
approve
be
all
a
block
typo. I
parties.
don't know, is that just a typo?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
That's a typo, isn't it?
We'll get it.
sure.
All those in favor? There's a motion of all those in favor? Aye. And that's for block parties. Again, this is for block parties only, not the guidelines. You may see it on your agendas as guidelines, but we approve all block parties
Okay,
as presented.
yes.
Okay? New business. Motion by Alderman Valco, second by Alderman Newsom to approve regular payroll dated May 26, 2017 in the amount of $1,479,722.79. Roll call.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Aye.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest. Alderman May. Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor. Aye.
You want to take B, C, D, E, F, G,
Okay.
H? Take them on buzzment so we can, a little quicker or no?
Yeah, we can.
I'll make that motion to take them by ombudsman.
Repeat it.
Omnibus.
Omnibus. We're going to do an omnibus. Simply what that means, everybody, all those relating to our cash payroll and everything, so we're going to take it all at one time. It's called an omnibus motion.
I'm sorry.
Motion by Alderman Mozio, second by Alderman Valco. Now I will read all the motions and go from there. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yes.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Let me read them now. Approval final cash out, Martin, payroll dated May 26, 2017, in amount of $5,888.10. Approval final cash out, payroll dated May 16, 2017, in amount of $32,067.68. Approval final cash out, Christensen payroll dated May 26, 2017, in amount of $40,615.75. Approval of final cash out, LaCour payroll dated May 16, 2017, amount of $1,862.76. Approval of final cash out, Perez payroll dated May 17, 2017, in amount of $15,052.51. G, approval of fire personnel cash out, payroll dated May 17, 2017, in amount of $500.92. Item H, approval of bills dated June 5th, 2017, in the amount of $1,469,934.54. Roll call, please.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Aye.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest. Alderman May. Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor. Aye.
Motion is passed and carried. Item I, approval of raffle sales applications. Motion by Alderman Tempest, second by Alderman Newsom. Roll call, please.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Aye.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest. Alderman May. Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor. Aye.
Motion by Alderman Villalobos, second by Alderman May. Approve the use of Urban Edge for Art-Wise Community Cultural Arts Series during September 5th, 2017, 11/10/2017. This event is sponsored by the Waukegan Arts Council and City Council. I apologize, through 11/10/2017. Roll call, through September 3rd, September 3rd, 10th, 24th, 2017, from 6 to 11 p.m. Roll call, please. No, I'm sorry, Larry, no, I jumped over there. It's September 5th, 2017 through November 10th, 2017. This event is sponsored by Waukegan Arts Council. All right. Roll call, please.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Aye.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsom.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest. Alderman May. Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor. Aye.
Motion by Alderman Taylor, second by Alderman Seager. Approve the use of Steiner Pavilion for the Domingos in La Playa on Saturday, July 16th, July 23rd, July 30th, August the 6th, August the 13th, August the 20th, August the 27th, September 3rd, September 10th, September 24th, 2017, from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. This event is sponsored by Gen G Inc. Roll call, please.
Question,
Mayor,
sir?
please.
Oh, you got one too?
Okay, yes, I'm sorry.
You go first.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Thank you, Your Honor. I just have a quick question. This is a significant amount of events, and when you look at the outdoor special events policy, I guess we'll call it, it talks, if you add up the cost for cleanup and rental, it was supposed to be paid up front. Are we requiring that of this particular promoter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because it's
Yeah, yeah.
$3,500.
Yeah, that's standard with the application.
Okay,
Now, there was, that's standard with the application. So the answer to the question is yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I'm correct, Mr. Torres? I want to make sure.
Yes, they pay the security cleaning deposit and the fee for the standard pavilion, and it went in front of the outdoor special event board already.
And then are they, so is there are these free concerts, or are these concerts, you have to pay to get into these concerts?
I believe there'll be a cover charge for the concert.
And then a parking fee as well?
That I don't know.
Well, after 6 o'clock, we don't.
Not our parking fee, but is the promoter collecting parking?
I don't think so, no. I will
know.
find out.
That wasn't discussed.
No, that wasn't, but I'm.
Okay, thank
but-
you.
Yeah. Alderman Valco.
So thank you, sir. George, you might as well stay there. That was my question. Sundays on the beach, what is this? I hear a band now, or concerts? What's going on?
This will be a concert series for the Latino market.
Okay.
It's Domingos en la Playa, which is Sundays on the beach. It's just concert with live entertainment.
Okay. Okay.
And, you know what, I do have one more comment, I'm
All right,
sorry.
Alderman Valco, were you?
That was my question.
Thank you,
sir.
sir. Alderman May?
Thank you. Did I notice on the outdoor special events permit that it was, we tell them how many police they need, correct? They don't
Correct.
tell us.
Correct.
And I think I saw on there 2,
The police department require at least 2, yes.
because I was at the beach at 6 o'clock last night, and we need more than 2 police down there on Sunday evenings. And there was a significant amount of police down there last night handling an incident. So I just encourage the city to keep a close eye on that, because it's already packed on Sunday at 6 o'clock. So you're gonna add a concert venue, which is great. The 2 police,
If I may add, Alderman, this is in addition to what police officers on the entire beach. They'll be paying for those 2 police officers for their events only.
But we don't have really staffing down there. We had 1 police officer down there, and it's no offense, I know it's early in the season, but we had 1 police officer, and I don't believe anyone saw him after 4 o'clock. So, just a word of warning.
Real quick, Alderman, and you're bringing that up. The staff and I met. We're putting together a kind of a policy, not a policy, but a process, a contact person for the beach and downtown, so everybody will have that to address these issues. And right now, Chief and I will certainly talk about, from a standpoint of your concern, if there is on Sundays. And it was the first hot day, mind you, but I agree with you. If there is something that we need to, Chief or his commanders will make sure that we have the appropriate police presence up front. And our Rangers will start, Chief, have the Rangers started yet?
They'll be starting this week.
Yeah, and with the Rangers being there, all the aldermen and the public, that's going to give us more eyes to any event there's something could happen. It'll alarm us a lot faster now that we have these Rangers. So that's one of the reasons we want to get them on and train. We've moved them from the PR department over to the police and fire, where they belong, so they can start looking at different things from a public safety standpoint. But again, we're going to have like a bulletin or a brochure that'll list who's in charge, what activities, and what they're in charge of, so there's no confusion. And that's going to be given to the aldermen, and it's going to be let out to the public. But thank you for bringing that to our attention. Alderman Newsom.
I have a question. Did they set the time, or do we set the time here? Because this is every Sunday evening for the next 3 months, from 6 to 11. I'm judging by the population that was down there last Sunday. how long does it take to clear everyone out? If they're stopping at 11, is that going to be after midnight, getting people out, or?
When we had our staff meeting with the outdoor special event, police department felt comfortable with that, and the fire department felt comfortable with that. I believe the police department was okay with that hour, 6 to 11.
Yeah, Chief, I know it's not putting you on the spot, but this is what you do all the time when they come on up. And yeah, we did talk about that. Was part of our process is who's handling what, when, and where. And we're going to get a brochure out so everybody is aware of this.
Because curfew.
Chief? Yeah, just want to just address the how do we, exit everybody out.
In a timely manner where nobody's violating curfew and all that.
If they're kids.
If they're
kids.
Yeah, if they're kids in a curfew, yeah, there's, at that time of the year and in the summertime, sure. No, but what we took, one of the things that was taken into account is the extra time. I think, talking to George, I think they're only gonna perform till 10 o'clock, which gives us an hour to get it off there. And I will tell you, clearing the beach, with the exception of yesterday, as the mayor said yesterday, pretty hot day, usually takes us at the most 40 minutes. And the officers start from the very south end, clear up the sand, parking lot, and out the gate. So at the most 40 minutes. So.
Your Honor?
Alderman Mozio?
Yeah, just, I'm all for this, obviously some entertainment down at the beach. I just don't want the chief to be stretched thin. We got some people that can't behave, and obviously that was indicative for yesterday. They just can't behave. I hate to tell people, we got a lot of people that can't behave and act up. And, I don't want that to become a regular occurrence and ruin this thing that could be positive down there and get it all meshed up together. So I just don't want to get stretched. I don't want, because, we know what the weekends in the summer are like for Chief and his guys. It's all hands on deck, and it can be wild. I don't want us to be stretched thin on this. So my thought would be we may have to come back to these guys and say, hey, you may have to hire one more, or, you may have to hire another one, because we just don't have, you know what I mean? I just a thought, because I do not want this to go sideways.
Well, you know
by
what?
any means.
And I agree with you. This is about safety and security, entertainment, and building a different look and activities at this beach. So I'm going to leave that in the chief's hands from his recommendation as to how much staff we have, how much we need, and if need be, I think Chief. And this is going to be something we're going to put in this brochure. We're talking about other security forces that have been approved by the Waukegan Police Department. So if we tell them they need to add that, then we need to add that. The goal has always been safety first. That has been always the goal. Okay. Our activities come behind safety first. Just as we do in Scoop, just as we do in other activities outside, the goal, safety first. Then and when there's safety for those patrons who are attending these events, they have a much better time. I'm convinced of that. So to your point, and to all of the concerns, or issues, I shouldn't say concerns, but issues that were brought today, these are things that we've talked about with the staff who's responsible for each and every level of our downtown and beach area. So thank you for bringing that out, and I appreciate it. I really do. But we have some great people who are thinking outside the box when it comes to these our events downtown, our events at our beach. And by the way, this beach is becoming very popular, more popular than what it was, because of not only of these, but what it's done in the past. So we appreciate that. When more people come, sometimes more of the wrong people come, but they need to know that we're there to protect and serve for this community. Any other questions? Where was I?
Roll call.
I'm in roll call. Roll call, please.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Aye.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest. Alderman May. Alderman Valco.
With reservations, aye.
Alderman Taylor. Aye.
Motion is passed and carried. Alderman Mozio and
Yes.
Alderman Tempest. Approve the use of standing pavilion for Waukegan West and East 82 class reunion on Saturday, July 15th, 2017, from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. This event is sponsored by Waukegan Class 1982. The sponsor has applied for under the Director the Directive of Non-City Governmental Use, City-Owned Building and Venues. The event has been approved by the Outdoor Special Events Board. Any questions?
Point of order.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm class of 82.
Oh,
You can have it. I'm 83. She's 82.
motion by yeah, and she's right. And she's a bulldog. Now listen, you got more bulldogs up here. East should have been first on this.
That's all right.
Motion by Alderman May, and second by Alderman Mozio. All right. Any questions to the motion?
No.
All right. Roll call, please.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Aye for Alderman May's class.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Motion is passed. Motion to approve honorary street sign for Miss Barbara Stein-Cipher, is that correct? Cipher, Stein-Cipher, intersection of Orchard Avenue and Catalpa. And by the way, everybody, this young lady has taught in our Waukegan Public School District for well over 43 years. What, Larry, she got you. She got you, Larry Tempest. 43, give it up for her, everybody. You know, and I'm going to take that motion by Alderman Tempest and also second by Alderman Mozio, who's part of our Waukegan Public Schools, past and present. But what an awesome achievement for her to be a part of our children's lives for 43 years. So congratulations to her and her achievement. Any questions to it?
Yes,
to the
sir.
motion?
Down
Alderman
here.
Valco.
These used to go through judiciary, and we made it $100, and there was supposed to be some form of background or something done on that.
$300.
It was $300.
It's $300.
All that is done?
Yes.
We have it.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yes,
have the
yes.
application.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you had the application?
I have the
everything?
application right here,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and just FYI, those typically come through
We're
judiciary.
getting asked to approve stuff, and we don't even know what's going on. It should, on the agenda, it should say all the applications should be done, fees have been paid. So I don't have to ask these questions.
Well, in point of order, I mean, not point of order, but sir, that's part of the responsibility of staff to make sure all that's correct.
Alderman,
I would not,
Your Honor.
we would not ever put that on there without that being done, Alderman Valco. And this is not my process or a new process. That's been a process over the last, I think, since we
4 or
passed
5
it.
years.
Yeah, about
It's
4 or
about 4 or
5
5
years.
years,
So
right.
this wouldn't go on the agenda without those things being done, sir.
But it used to go, Alderman Mojo, didn't it used to come through a judiciary?
That was maybe before I was judiciary chairman, but
Yeah,
Alderman
but-
Valco, this is on board docs?
Yeah.
Correct.
This is on board docs, so the application, everything's on there, so it's on the computer, but now that you bring this up, I'd like to revisit that whole street naming thing. It's too
Yeah,
It's
we're
too
working, Alderman Mozio, we're bringing, matter of fact, Corporation Council is looking at that, so we can review it.
It's almost
because-
as bad as the liquor license.
I know, sir.
Don't get me started.
We're far ahead of that, far ahead of you on that one, to bring it back for a couple of corrections.
Thank you.
It's Alderman Valco, to your point, it used to go through public safety.
Was it public?
Public safety,
Yes.
we'll review it to make sure that we got the application process went through. So that's what that was.
Good.
But
Thank you, sir.
no problem, sir. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Aye.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Motion is passed and carried. Motion by Alderman Villalobos, second by Alderman Newsome, to approve Waukegan firefighters' request to hold the annual MDA Field the Boot event on June 16th and 17th, June 16th and September 1st, with a rain-out day of September 29th at the intersection of Green Bay Road and Grand Avenue from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Any questions to the motion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Seager.
Aye.
Alderman Mozio.
Aye.
Alderman Villalobos.
Aye.
Alderman Newsome.
Aye.
Alderman Tempest.
Aye.
Alderman May.
Aye.
Alderman Valco.
Aye.
Alderman Taylor.
Aye.
Motion is passed and carried. No ordinances or resolution. And now it is the Alderman's time. Madam Clerk?
Alderman Seager.
Pass.
Alderman Mozio.
Pass.
Alderman Villalobos.
Of course I'm going to speak. All right, I have a couple of things to just mention here. So last year, I was appointed onto the Waukegan Public Library Board as a means to be a kind of a conduit of transparency between the library and council here. So if you're not aware, the executive director for the Waukegan Public Library, Richard Lee, announced retirement. He'll be expected to retire in January of 2018. The board has gone through the process of looking at consulting hiring firms to help out with this process. The board went through a couple of options. Number one, do the search like have our HR department do the search as an internal process, meaning it's going to be all HR doing this process, looking for people, bringing in the candidates and all that. The second option was to have a kind of hybrid of consulting firm / HR doing the process. And the third option was strictly all consulting firm. With the series of events that transpired, meaning the HR person that we currently have in place announced her resignation because she has a private consulting firm herself in a different field in HR. She's looking to move forward with her personal goals and objectives. So our HR person, the Waukegan Public Library is looking for a new HR person presently. So that changed what the board had initially wanted to do, which was the hybrid of consulting firm / HR support, which would have cost the library about $11,000 approximately to do the process. With the not having the HR support now, the board decided to go with a full consultant search. So we hired a gentleman in his firm called John Keister. John Keister is a gentleman who's been on his local libraries board before in the past. He has an association affiliation with ILA, which is Illinois Library Association, ALA, American Library Association, and he's done multiple job searches for executive directors throughout Illinois and various other states. So the library's gonna be paying that consultant hiring firm $16,500 to find the next executive director for the Waukegan Public Library. The board will be having, as part of the hiring committee, it'll be the board as a whole, and also there was discussion, and it's not finalized, the potential of bringing on staff members that have been at the library to get their input, and possibly another representative from the foundation and the Friends of the Library. Again, those potential 5 to be on the hiring committee have not been finalized. It's been in dialogue right now. So I wanted to give everyone an update on that regarding the Waukegan Public Library. Okay. The second thing I want to talk about, the woman brought up about the building vendors. I think that's a great idea, honestly, that we should actually, as a city, do an all-call to anybody who does any type of work, that we would, like tree trimming, because there's anything like that, we can do all-call to these individuals and say, if you want to get onto the city's kind of list of accepted vendors, obviously we'd have to do vetting too and make sure that they are certified, insured, and accredited. But I think it'd be a nice way to help residents and help those individuals kind of promote their business as well. Maybe we'll get some gray area on that or some sticky spots, but it's something that you might want to consider doing. The third thing, these next couple of things are actually just some things that I had the opportunity to do in terms of representing Waukegan. Number one, I was invited to be a panelist for CMAP's symposium on the LTA symposium, which CMAP is Chicago Metropolitan Agency for Planning. They do a lot of comprehensive planning for the Chicagoland area, and they look at things like economic development, transportation. The LTA symposium was a local technical assistance program, which means municipalities can ask CMAP to come along, look at a space in their community and tell them and give them recommendations. So they kind of do the whatever you want to request. So Waukegan has one from CMAP from 2013 for the Washington Street corridor. They did analysis of the Washington Street Road from, I want to say, Green Bay all the way down to Sheridan Road. We've been implementing aspects of that in a smaller window from Lewis Avenue to South Park Avenue along Washington. So with that implementation and the process that we're working on that, Chicago Metropolitan Agency asked me to be a panelist to express how we've been implementing that plan of theirs. So I had the opportunity to do that and go down to Chicago and meet some individuals from other communities. Also, I was also asked to be, this was interesting, and this is kind of leads to my ideas of like the interdynamics of intergovernmental workings. So Waukegan Public School District, City of Waukegan. I was asked by one of their HR individuals to be on the interview committee for the assistant principal's role at North School. So it was actually an honor to be part of that because I went to North School from kindergarten to 4th grade. So to be asked to be someone that's asked to look into the assistant principal role was a good aspect. And to let you understand what the committee looked like, there was 2 parents on the committee, and there was a teacher from special education, first, second, third, fourth, and I think 5th grade teacher there, and myself as well as a community member at large kind of role. So North School, as far as I know, hasn't announced who their assistant principal is going to be yet, but it was a very eye-opening experience for me. I also was able to attend I want to thank the mayor for doing this because I guess from our understanding, this has never happened before, the public meeting regarding the city's budget that was held this past Saturday at Belvedere Rec Center. People I talked to afterwards really appreciate that they had the opportunity to give feedback and input into the city's budget and how we're spending our money. This really leads towards what I believe our city government should be in terms of transparency. So kudos to you, Mayor, for doing that.
Thank you.
Also, Tina, thank you for doing the presentation and answering questions. And also the other support staff or staff from City Hall and Deputy Chief was there, and someone from Chief from the Fire Department was there. So there's various people there for the community members to actually engage before and after this public meeting. So much like today, for those individuals in the audience, you recognize that before and after this meeting here today, like you have opportunity to actually speak to us face to face. These are good ways to actually engage your elected officials or the people that work for the city and represent the city of Waukegan. Also, I was able to attend Star Walk 2, so I got to see Mayor Lando in action. That was super entertaining. I really liked, I think actually, just to speak about Star Walk, it was really nice to see families, and I think that's one of the goals of Art Walk is actually make it become more of a family type of event, and the Star Walk theme to it really led to a lot of children being present, so I thought that was a really great success in that regard. Also, I was able to attend the Dandelion Wine Festival this past Saturday at Bowen Park. That's an event that always does a good job with the planning and the execution of it. If you haven't had a chance to go see it next year, check it out, I recommend. It's annually. It's a great event. And then finally, Future Energy Jobs Act Town Hall, Clean Power Lake County. I will be there, obviously. I plan on being there. I recommend to anybody in the audience, look into this too if you're interested about not just like sustainable energy, but actually like this is going to talk about workforce development as well. So there's possible job opportunities in the future for Waukegan residents. This is a good opportunity, I believe, for Waukegan as a whole, and actually the state of Illinois. This is a comprehensive state plan legislation, so we want to make sure Waukegan gets a piece of the opportunity that's in front of us. All right, and that's all I have to say. Thank you everyone for being here tonight. Thank you.
Alderman Newsom. Pass. Alderman Tempest.
Yes.
Alderman May.
Thank you. I want to address a few things that came up tonight. So the liquor license issue, I also applaud the administration for making this process more transparent. And to Mr. Jose from Dockside, the licenses you listed that were ahead of you, the applications ahead of you.
They're not ahead of me, they're just pending.
Well, if that is true, the Academy Square building has been vacant since it was built, so I gotta believe that there's something there that if you know, I don't know anything about your application, but I certainly hope that we can work with you on that, and I look forward to working with the alderman, the team up here, on making the whole process more transparent and fair. So thank you for coming here tonight. Also, Mr. Jenkins talked about and this goes to the budget, the 4 custodial positions that are proposed in the budget. While it would be great to be able to beef up city staff, we are facing a $3 million deficit right now, in that proposed budget, which I believe is probably going to, there's more work to be done on the budget. And so what I would like to see is a comparison, and I believe someone else might have asked for it at the community meeting. Someone did live stream the community meeting, although I wasn't there, showing us the difference in price, because with the staff person also comes benefits and you know, the whole gamut. It's more than salary. And if we're facing a budget, I want to see those items placed against each other. I understand there's an individual who's overworked, who needs help, and I get that. And so maybe our new custodial contract needs to be beefed up a little bit, but I still want to see the comparison side by side, especially when we're pinching pennies on a deficit budget. It's going to be, I'm not pointing any fingers at our current administration. Obviously, he inherited the position we're in right now, but we have to do everything we can do to save money. So it might be a little too soon to start bringing back additional staff members, especially if there could be cost savings by doing it through a contract. And so I would like to see the cost comparison on that to see what kind of savings we can bring to the city. And also during the meeting, something struck my mind about the casino property. And to my knowledge, the land out at Fountain Square, we're under no obligation to make that a casino as far as I know. So once again, another session has closed. The spring session has closed in Springfield. No casino bill, but it's always hanging out there. So I would like to continue to encourage this administration to think about putting that parcel of land out, I think it's 32 acres, out with RFP out to the general development community to see if there's something else better that we could do out there. We're so saturated with casinos here in the mini casinos in Waukegan. I hear it all the time. I would love to see some other ideas what we could do out at Fountain Square. That's my... I'm trying to talk fast. Okay, bridge development, kudos, Amazon, and now tonight we also approved another measure for Visual Pack. So bridge development was a great deal. I want to give kudos to the former administration who sealed that deal, which actually started back with Mayor Sabanjan too. So that work, and Mayor Cunningham, I encourage you to keep that going, and I know that you will, and I'm really excited to see now there's another building going up, another industry coming in there. That is fantastic news for Waukegan. Richard Nixon, the Marquette guy that he was definitely a warrior, not a gold eagle. Yeah. Because I was a warrior. Golden eagle is something new. Okay, that's just a point of order. Okay, my last thing. I saved the best for last. Thank you, Clean Power Lake County and residents who came out here tonight to invite us to the town hall meeting, but also to talk about the U.S. exit from the Paris Accord. It's been a rough week, and it's pretty much, that's the thing I think about every day now when I wake up, when I go to bed. This morning, when I started to write my notes, it was 211 mayors had joined the U.S. climate mayors. As of the last check this evening, it was 223 U.S. mayors, and 6 of them are from Illinois. Chicago, Elgin, Evanston, Savannah, Highland Park, and Urbana are the 6 Illinois communities, U.S. mayors that have joined the climate mayors. I would love to see Waukegan on that list, Mayor Cunningham. We could commit to planning for the future. We could commit to a clean energy future and to reduce carbon, and we can do things as a city to reduce carbon. We can do community solar projects. There's a lot of things we can do. You're working on your 5- and 10-year plans, and something I love in the budget is that we're going to start doing a comprehensive plan for our infrastructure. I applaud you on that. I think that when you're doing that, when you're getting together with your team, think about a clean energy economy. Think about moving away from carbon and fossil fuels, and put that into your plan. Let's be a leader. Illinois has got the Future Energy Jobs Act. Let's definitely seize the day, seize that moment, and let's make that part of our plan, our 5- and 10-year plan. And I'd be happy to send you the link to sign on with the U.S. climate mayors, and maybe that's something that you would consider for us. That's all I have. Thank you.
Is that pressure or what, man? Lisa,
Alderman
that's a class
Valpo.
of 82.
I have nothing tonight, ma'am.
Alderman Taylor.
I first off want to applaud Amazon and also the expansion of the mobile gas station in the 9th Ward over by Fountain Square. Our city needs the growth. That's the only way we make up the budget deficit, and I'm so proud that it's happening in the 9th Ward. Please utilize these businesses. Keep it local. We need the money. Thank you. The other question, or one more thing I have for 9th Ward residents, please cut your grass. It's June already, people. Let's make it happen. Thank you.
All right, that's it. Motion by Alderman Mojo, second by Alderman Taylor to adjourn. All those in favor? Aye. All right.